What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. Or at least that's what my mom calls me. What's going on, everybody? We have some leaks. We got some more leaks. And hey, yo, I waited till today to make this leak video because I knew that we were going to get some more information. You know, I could have made a video a couple days ago, but I wouldn't have had all the photos in leaks that I have now. So you're welcome. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like as well. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. It would seriously mean the world to me. And if you aren't new and you haven't subscribed, then subscribe. So we made a video a little back ago explaining that there was going to be a new dungeon. Kira Berry made an announcement wishing us a Merry Christmas, but it actually was a cryptic message that told us that there was going to be a new dungeon coming. Now, I do want to specify that the dungeon isn't guaranteed to be out at any time, but Vinny is trying to get it out before Christmas. I'd be looking between like Christmas and New Year's it's going to be released, so don't get your hopes up too much. Also, everything that I bring up in this video is not final and is only concept, so they might look way different in game or look completely different and or not even be in the game at all. But without further ado, let's get into these leaks. On my previous video, when I first made the dungeon announcement video, all of us thought that the new dungeon was going to be ice themed because, you know, Christmas and like December, and there was a lot of hints towards cold. Now, not saying that ice and cold is necessarily wrong, it's just not the main theme of the dungeon. From all weapons, armors, and name leaks, this is going to be a Viking theme, which is awesome. We're gonna have like a more Norse mythology type dungeon, which is super cool, and the armors look so good. Vinny, Enchanted Forest and this new dungeon have been looking phenomenal. Honestly, Volcanic Chambers and Aquatic Temple are I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be honest with you, they're not as good as Enchanted Forest and what this new one's looking like so far. But they were so good though. I said love you. So before we get into the armor and weapon leaks, we do have the abbreviation leak for the dungeon name. So in the files, we found the ID NL, which as you can see above it is EF, which stands for Enchanted Forest, meaning that most likely the new dungeon is going to start with N and L. Spirity said that this could be a placeholder name, but he usually follows his early naming schemes, meaning that NL is probably the actual name. Now, I've seen some like weird names, some like Nordic Lands and Nomadic Lair and some weird names out there. I don't think it's going to be anything too fancy because Vinny seems to have more simple names when it comes to dungeon names, so I doubt it's going to be anything with those weird dot dash thingy things, but who knows. Starting with the tier 1 armor, here is the warrior, the guardian, and the mage. Now, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but it seems that Dungeon Quest seems to not want to put things on helmets on insane gear. I don't know if that's just me, but a lot of insane gear like have this just basic helmet circle shape, and then Nightmare they always add stuff like spikes and stuff. I don't know if that's just me, but I do notice that a lot. Seeing from these concept arts, they look actually really good. You can see the more Nordic vibe with the fur and the armor, you know, obviously to keep you warm because it's cold, man. I'm assuming that the dungeon's most likely going to be like a foresty, wintry, cold dungeon that has like Norse mythology. And the only reason why I bring this up is because there's actually a concept art for like a Nordic god. It kind of looks like Odin, if you know who that god is. And this is actually a confirmed concept art. So something is going to be involving Odin. It could be a cosmetic, it could be a boss, who knows? It doesn't necessarily look like a boss. It does look like a armor piece. So I'm assuming that's most likely going to be the cosmetic of the dungeon. And if this is the cosmetic for the dungeon, this might be a dungeon cosmetic I actually grind for because it looks really good, especially if those lines continue to glow in game. Oh, sheesh. Also, yo, in this video, in the background, I get a legendary drop. Just not to flex or anything, but yo, I get a legendary, so you know, stay tuned to watch that in the video. All right, now going into the tier 2 armor, here is the warrior, guardian, and mage. Oh, now I'm not gonna lie, I think the warrior armor reminds me a lot of the EF armor. I don't know why, there's just a big resemblance in my eye, but the ice that comes off of the armor on the concept art looks awesome. I really hope that they keep that on the armor with the ice coming off of it. Oh, it looks really good. And next we have the guardian Guardian. This one looks awesome. It honestly makes me want to switch to Guardian just for this armor piece. The only thing about it is the helmet. The helmet reminds me a lot of the one cosmetic that we have, the like yellowy one. I'll put it on screen if I have a screenshot of it. And finally, we have the mage. I don't really know what to say about mage stuff. It always just kind of looks like generic mage stuff with the whole hood and stuff. I don't know. It's not really a big surprise for me at what this looks like. So I don't know. You can give your opinion on it. I still think it looks nice, but it's not my main focus. And again, I told you, look at the helmets. They have spikes and horns on it because it's Nightmare. I told you, it's a thing. It's a Dungeon Quest thing. They just don't like horns on insane stuff. And last but not least, we have 3 weapons. At least the concept arts. Yo, this axe looks bomb. The sword kind of looks like a generic sword, unless it kind of has like light up. If the crystals near the hilt or something look light up, that would be super cool. And again, with the spear, if the crystals glow, I think overall it's going to look super cool, especially in like the wintry aesthetic that the dungeon's probably going to be in. Watch me be completely wrong and it's not even like wintry. It just wouldn't make sense with all the ice, okay? That's all I'm saying. And because like in the Nordic, you know, it's very cold, and I feel like the map is going to be very God of War like. If you've ever played God of War, it's going to be very resemblant of that, but we'll have to wait and see. If I get any more information on the dungeon, then I will let you guys know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.